Happy. Happy. Come here. Come here, buddy.
It's Ben's 45th birthday, so he and the boys are down on the point, and I got him a cake. What are you guys doing?
Hey, Mom.
What are you doing?
I got a little surprise for you.
Oh, my goodness.
Charlie, here, take the plates.
Thank you.
You stinker.
Happy 45th birthday, honey.
I love it. Did you cook it?
No, 100% not.
Did you bake it?
Store-bought, baby.
Thank goodness.
It's the way we roll here at the river.
Chase, light them up. Old as the dinosaurs. Is that what you're saying? Happy birthday to me. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Well, look at this room full of color and cute little noises. Today we have some lovebirds in the clinic. Lovebirds are just what they sound like.
Those two bump up against each other, kiss on each other.
They kind of settle in and love each other for life. I feel the love.
I've always loved birds. They were just so cute and the way they would snuggle. We got one and then we found another one and then we found another one.
We just kept going.
They're kind of like chocolates. You can't just have one.
Exactly.
Their average lifespan is 20 to 30 years. You'll be well off into college, and these birds will still be around.
Yep.
There's no such thing as an empty nest for you two. You want to tell me who everybody is?
This is Lime. This is our black mast. This is Sunny. She is a peach face and her mate, Junior. Then this is another couple, peach face. Johnny here, he's got the darker peach, and this is Serene. They're not necessarily bonded yet. They don't know if they like each other yet or not.
They're just dating right now.
They're dating.
Okay. And then who do we have here?
This is Mac and Nanner. They are siblings. We're not sure if they're boy or girl, and that's why we're here today. If they are male, female, I will want to split them because I won't want to take the chance of them having babies.
Sure.
And if Serene and Johnny don't hit it off and we have a female male here.
Maybe we need to do a little swapperoo.
Exactly.
And you brought everybody up kind of for a toenail trim too, and
Yes.
just a good look over?
And just a good look over.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start our work on Sunny. All right. There's a long one. Wow. In the wild, a bird's nails are worn down just from flying around to the trees and grabbing onto things. We're all done with you. All right, it's Junior's turn for nail trim. But in captivity, they just don't have that same wear. So we've got to help them out with a nail trim.
Oh, he's like, what the heck?
What did just happen here? Who's next?
This is the dating couple. These are going to be a challenge.
Easy, easy. These little birds are very small, but they pack quite a punch with that beak. Oh, she does bite hard. You little stink. Woo, baby. I'm glad I got these gloves on. Okay, Johnny's all done. Oh, she had to get one last little bite. You little stinker. 5 down, 2 to go. Mac and Nanner are here to find out if they're male or female.
Correct.
In some species of birds, you really can't tell if they're male or female just by looking at them.
I know, honey, I'm sorry.
We actually need to take a DNA sample, send it into the lab, and then they can sex them for us. Everybody's got a toenail trim. They all look good. They're all in good shape. We have Mac and Nanner's DNA sample all collected. We should have some results fairly quickly, and we'll get some answers for you.
Great.
Who first? It's a very tiny needle. Do you like cookies? Look at it. Oh. Oh, they were like, well, now you're talking our language. Oh, very pretty.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi, Doc.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
So what do you got in here?
we've got Lily.
Lily is a super senior Bengal cat. She's 14 years old already. Bengals are just a little bit more of everything. They play a little more. They get a little bigger than other cats. Hi, sweetheart. And when they're mean, they're mean.
She gets pretty ferocious, Doc.
So watch myself a little bit.
Watch your hands,
Okay.
because she will bite.
What's going on with Lily?
She hasn't gone to the bathroom since Sunday,
Oh my gosh.
early morning.
So for 4 or 5 days now, she hasn't gone to the bathroom.
Correct.
Okay, that's kind of scary to me.
We also noticed she's not eating as much as normal and eating very little dry food.
Constipation in any animal is life-threatening because they feel constipated, they have a bellyache, and then they don't want to eat. If any animal can't evacuate that feces, it can get toxic and, of course, harm them. All right, we'll start our exam here. Heart sounds great. Let's take a look at her teeth if we can. Uh-oh. I found a rotten one.
You did?
Mm-hmm. There's some serious gingivitis. She's definitely got a big infection in that tooth root. And that's probably what you're seeing with her not eating that hard food anymore because it hurts. When you have a sore tooth, you don't want to eat. And of course, when you don't eat, you don't poop. And I think that's exactly what's going on with Lily here. Let's talk about a super senior kitty having a dental because they have to be under anesthesia for this. I think the best thing to do is take our x-ray, see what the constipation looks like, but we definitely have to do a kidney profile, liver profile, just to make sure everything is good. We have to be very aware that she's older kitty and all the precautions need to be taken before we would ever think of sedating her. She doesn't want to be handled today. Let's get some blood drawn, and then if you can help me do an x-ray next, that'd be great.
Stop it.
Her true bangle's coming out. We got the blood. Now let's go get an x-ray. I know there's a tooth problem here, but I gotta take an x-ray just to be very thorough and make sure there's not an intestinal blockage or something else causing her not to poop. I mean, there's feces in her colon, but it's not like, oh my goodness, she's full of feces, so that's a good sign. I don't think she's constipated right now, so that's good. And now we're gonna wait on her blood work and see what that looks like. Okay, not bad. For an older kitty, she's got great blood work. Lily's blood work looks really good, so I'm very confident that we can do the dental, get her eating again, and that'll make her poop, and this problem should resolve. When a kitty is totally constipated, I'll see hard fecal ball after hard fecal ball after hard fecal ball. I don't see that. I also checked the blood work, and it looks great, you guys. She should be able to metabolize all of those anesthetic drugs just fine and get rid of them, because that's what I really worry about. I would like to try some canned food at home that we're gonna get you, a little smorgasbord, see if she can keep eating a little bit at a time until we can get that darn tooth and maybe more teeth extracted. Lily, you were a good girl today. You dealt with a lot of stuff.
Glad neither one of us are bleeding too bad.
We got through it.
Do you remember the last time you were at Schützenfest, John?
Yeah, well, one time that I remember, but all the other times I don't remember. Maybe I had too much beer. I don't know. Something.
Schützenfest is an awesome festival that happens in the little town of Bow Valley, right near us in Cedar County.
It's our local German festival that we have once every 5 years. It's been going on for about 100 years.
No, it's 125 years this year.
Yeah, so a little over 100 years this thing's been going on, and it is a blast. So Dad, for the Schützenfest parade, I would love to ride Missy, but she's got some baggage this year. We've got a new baby on our farm. Her name is
Mabel.
In order to have her be a better horse and get used to people, it would be a great thing to get her in a parade. She's gonna need a little training. Do you have any tricks for this?
We always saddle up the mama and tie the baby to the mama. They always want to follow mom anyway.
Well, I think Missy would be up for that.
We'll get this thing started. How about that?
You got the touch still, Dad. You still got the touch.
Round, round. Let's see how she moves around here.
She doesn't have to be perfect at this. She just has to follow her mom. But she also can't be zipping off into the crowd or running through people. That wouldn't be good for anybody.
Yeah, you're doing good. Nice girl.
Well, there's a reason we called you down here today, Dad.
I'll give you $25 for her.
For the first time, this is going
Oh,
unbelievable,
unbelievable.
Dad. You and her are really hitting it
Yeah,
off.
this is a good baby. Maybe $50.
Come on, Mabel. Look at there.
That went better than I thought.
Yeah, Mabel really accepted everything. She's leading well. This could go great. Look at that baby lead.
I think I'll give you $150 now that she's trained.
Since this is going so well, I had a little surprise for you.
Oh, boy.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back. It wouldn't be fun if we're in a big German heritage parade and we're wearing jeans and tank tops.
Oh my goodness.
I hope you got the right size. He's got a pretty big head.
I got
Oh, my
you guys
goodness.
lederhosen.
Oh, boy.
You gotta go big or go home. It's great.
What is this, back or front?
That's for you to find out.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a few days for the parade.
Honey,
You
I'll
bet.
take your hat. Are you gonna go for a ride down the road?
I'll take her for a spin.
Okay, I think she's pretty ready.
Come on, Mabel.
Let me run this by Ben because he's standing right here.
What's happened? How bad is he? Start canceling other appointments. This is a crazy day. We walked into pretty much a normal appointment schedule, and all of a sudden, 2 people have called with dogs hit by cars.
What size dog is Eddie?
Oh, Eddie's a little guy. He's like 25, 30 pounds. He's a little rat terrier.
How big is the other dog?
The picture I got on the phone was about 40 pounds. This is not a usual day anymore. You never know what we're dealing with here, so let's get this going. Looks like the one dog just pulling in. This has now become something that we're trying to handle the best we can. Sorry this happened.
Yeah, she just was hot and she got
Hi,
underneath the back of the tire.
Okay.
Dolly came out with me to help fix fence, and she was laying in a little bit of a water puddle right where the pickup was parked. We backed up to go get some more wire and didn't know she was there, so.
Has she been able to move or walk or anything?
No.
No, okay, she's just been laying there and.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go take a quick x-ray of her back end and just see where the damage is. Whenever a hit by car dog comes in, it's usually a matter of me getting right to the x-ray machine and taking some pictures. All right, Dolly's here so that I can see exactly what is hurt on the dog before we do a lot of manipulation and pulling around, because without that knowledge, I could maybe do more damage than good. She's at least alert, that's a good thing. She's a little bit pale, but it just happened. She hasn't moved since she got hit.
Okay, did you pinch your toes?
She can move the left. She's not responding to a deep pinch on her right hind. Dang it. It really is disheartening to me whenever I squeeze on an animal's paw and they show me no response whatsoever, because that means potentially paralysis.
Dr. Ben, Dr. Erin, the other dog, Eddie, just got here.
We gotta have Val up here.
Val S, here, all trade. How is Eddie doing? Hi, Eddie. Okay, let's get Eddie into oxygen. Eddie looks pretty critical here. He's really pale. He's purple, so he's not oxygenating real well. Compared to Dolly, the dog Ben is with, Eddie's in extremely rough shape. He's not particularly conscious. He's obviously in shock. Let's slow that fluid rate down just a bit more. It's clear that he has some definite wounds on him. He's got extremely bad swelling over his hips and lower back. This is not a good situation for Eddie. It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay.
You're being very brave, Dolly. Good girl. Oh my goodness. I've seen pelvic fractures, but this is beyond belief. Dolly totally crushed one side of her pelvis into the other. This is one of the worst pelvic fractures that I've ever seen. This is really, really bad, Val. But because Dolly's a young, healthy dog, I give her some hope. Young bones always heal better than old bones.
It's all right, Eddie. It's okay. Ben, are you at an x-ray?
I know what I need to know. If you guys need to take an x-ray, I can jump off the table quick.
Yep, we do.
Okay, come on, let's go. I know what Dolly's skeleton looks like. Now I've got to shave her so I can see if there's any open wounds or what the heck else is going on here. Well, it's a good sign that we don't see any blood yet. We gotta watch for blood coming out of her vulva, blood out of her rectum. An open wound would let bacteria be introduced into this wound, and that complicates this by 1,000 times. Pelvic fractures are funny because they are very sharp pieces of bone that are right near a lot of very important organs. So if that pierces into the colon or the bladder or any of those structures in the back, that can be immediately life-threatening. But so far, I don't see a wound anywhere on, at least externally. How's Eddie doing? Bad?
Yeah. And we can just do a left lateral. Okay. We're taking Eddie into x-ray and we're gonna check and see what all's broken. I can clearly feel and hear even bones crunching and moving in and around his pelvis and his back legs. So I know we have issues there, but what else?
We have a fractured pelvis with a severe dislocation of his right leg.
That must have been where the car ran over him.
Well, we know what we have. It's not a broken back.
It is not a severed spinal cord, where there is no quality of life for this dog.
I know, buddy. I'll get you back on some oxygen.
But 12-plus-year-old doggy bones just don't heal together the same way as younger pets. I'm really concerned that this could take a turn for the worse for Eddie. This pelvic fracture is only compounding things. It's not a very good prognosis, but it's not one where the only humane option is to euthanize. Looks worse in this picture.
You've got dislocated hip.
Dislocated hip, pelvic fracture.
Oh my.
Yeah.
How old is this
He's a
puppy?
pretty old dog. I'm gonna see if he would want to go potentially have the pelvis plated and have the head of the femur pinned back in. If that's not an option today, then I think we do some pain management, get him stabilized. I'm gonna go talk with Eddie's dad in the car. He's pretty shook up.
Yeah,
So
that's a bad one.
Eddie is a super senior dog. This is like having your 90-plus-year-old grandma or grandpa break a pelvis and dislocate a hip. Okay. I'm gonna go talk to Eddie's dad and see how he wants to proceed.
All right, I think I've gotten everything clipped as best I can here, Val. I don't see anything where the pelvis poked through the skin. On initial exam, I used my fingers and I pinched Dolly's hind legs to see if I would get any movement or pain. She didn't give me much. But now I really need to use a little more aggressive approach. Good girl. We're gonna squeeze on the paws with the forceps to see if we get any deep pain. If they can't feel deep pain, then that means the nerves were potentially severed. That could mean paralysis, which of course we know is a terrible thing. Oh, that's good. I'm so happy to hear that little whine. That's a great sign. She yelped and she felt that deep pain, and that's music to my ears. That means that we still have nerve function and we have a chance of saving this leg. That's a great sign that we have deep pain, but it's a bad sign that she can't move the right hind. Okay, I need to go have a conversation with your mama. A majority of the pelvic fractures that come into our clinic, yes, they're bad, but they are usually something that we can cure with some conservative therapy, do some pain management, and they get better. Not this one. The car completely crushed one half of Dolly's pelvis. I'll show you the x-rays. Dolly's pelvic fracture is literally life-threatening at this point. If any of these shards of bone puncture the colon or puncture the urinary bladder or any of those nerves, then we could be talking about a dog that probably isn't going to make it and we have to euthanize. She's in a very precarious situation at the moment, no matter what way you look at it.
She's just a good all-around dog. I mean, she kind of watches out for Addison when she was in college, and you bring her to the farm and she loves watching the cows and helping out moving cattle, and kind of feel like she's your partner. Yeah.
I think going and seeing an orthopedic surgeon is probably the best. I really do. Okay. I'll work on that, and you guys want to go visit Dolly? She's right down the hall.
We're definitely worried, but she's tough.
So I'll show you her hind end here.
Yeah, she's more of a fighter than I am.
If you want to just hang out with her and keep her company, I think we've managed her shock at this point. All right, I'll be right back. I need to get a hold of a surgeon as soon as possible that deals with this all the time and just see what our odds are here.
Eddie's dad is being very realistic and understands that putting Eddie through a huge orthopedic surgery is just not the right fit for their family at this time. It's a huge undertaking for an older dog. After we get through kind of the first day or two of just getting over shock and trauma, if it seems like he is going to be in too much pain to try and make it through this recovery, then the best choice for Eddie and his dad may be to let him go. We'll just give it some more time. We'll let Eddie weigh in on the decision too. Old dogs are the best dogs. Yeah, okay.
I got a hold of a great orthopedic surgeon in Kansas, and they said they could take this on, which is great news. As soon as they get everything, it should be just a matter of minutes. I'll make sure that we get you guys packed up and ready to go. I'm glad that the Vilwalks ran right up to the vet clinic with Dolly this morning. She needed emergency care to get over all the shock and everything that happened. Good luck, kiddo. Good job, Mom. Yep. Okay, let me know. I want to see pictures.
Yep.
I'm excited for her to hopefully start her day of healing tomorrow with surgery, and this is step one. I know Dolly's got a long road ahead of her, but hopefully Addison's gonna have her dog back. She's one lucky dog. I'm out at the Weasler farm, and they called me out because one of their bulls has a foot problem, or at least a leg problem, they think. There he is. You never know what you're gonna walk into or drive into on that kind of situation. Hello, Danny.
Hello, Ben.
We are dealing with a bull, so we have to be careful. So, Danny, you got a bull here, and I heard he has a name.
We've got an older one that was Old Blue, so the granddaughters named this one Little Blue.
Oh, that's nice.
2 months ago, the granddaughters were standing next to me, scratching him on the forehead. He's not in that mood now.
Mm-hmm.
He'd never been a charging bull, but he hurts.
How old is your bull?
Just a little over 2 years old. He bred some heifers last year.
Yep.
Did fine. I was days away from cutting him loose with the girls again, and they come up limping here.
I'd love to see him walk around a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, Little Blue. Danny, it looks like he's toe-touching lame. Like he's only wanting to touch the front part of his toe down and not his heel. This bull could have broken the back of his heel bulb, walking wrong. He could have foot rot. There's lots of things that could be going on here. We've got to just take a look and see what we can find. I do think the best thing to do would be to set my head gate right up in front of your alley here, and we'll walk him in, okay?
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and get that set up. That's why I brought Caitlin, for all that hard work. I'm gonna give him some medicine that's gonna sedate him, and we'll go ahead and let him right back out into that pen, because this is not anything I want to do when they're awake.
No.
Come on, Blue, come on, Blue, come on, Blue. All right, Caitlin, have you ever done a tail vein stick before?
No,
All
actually,
right,
no.
first time for everything. Let's do this.
Okay.
Caitlin's learning, and the only way to learn is to do. Go until you hit. And
Just straight in?
Yep, straight in. Good, you're in the vein. Give it. All right, good. That starts the clock. Now let's let him back. Nice and easy now. Now we'll just be quiet and let him fall asleep. This is field surgery. So I give a sedation that lasts about 10 minutes, and I want these animals right back up on their feet. So we've got to work here. I got a coat in my back seat. I think I want something over his face and eyes so that we don't have any stimulus. Just be ready in case he wants to get up. Let's put that on there just in case he fights it. Oh, wow. Little Blue's got a pretty darn big nail sticking out of his lateral claw here. So I've got 3 inches of a nail sticking out. I'm not sure how much is actually in the foot. Go ahead and tie it to that post. About there, yep. We've got anything from infection to tetanus, which could definitely kill him, to just losing a whole claw here out of this whole procedure. So we've got to get this nail out. We've got to get him treated, see how it goes. First thing I want to do is clean up all this debris and mud around his hoof, because we're going to basically treat this like a sterile surgical site at this point. Now I know why he was toe touching lame, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, Caitlin, you got it.
There you go.
See that? It was in there about a whole inch. Caitlin was cleaning up the whole foot, and it basically just eased on out. You know, Danny, it's a good sign that that nail came out that easily, because if you have to really work on them to get them out, that means they're deep in some structures, and hopefully this is our lucky day. So now that Caitlin got the nail out, we've got to get this whole foot scrubbed up. We're also going to spray out that hole that this nail made with iodine, because iodine loves to kill bacteria. And right now, there's a high load of bacteria in there. Okay, let's put a nice wrap on here. Now we've just got to get him treated. We're going to use some antibiotics, some anti-inflammatories, definitely a tetanus booster, and we're going to wake him up. If we didn't get this nail out right now, he had no chance. Little Blue, that was a big problem, but I think you're going to get better. You want to keep it? It's quite a souvenir.
I'm pretty confident that Ben's got us on the right road to getting him on track again. All cattle are special to me. That's all I live for.
Heck of a job, Caitlin. You're getting better and better every day.
So you're saying it was bad at one point?
You said it.
Hi, little buddy.
Eddie has not pulled through.
Ben, Eddie passed away.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I think because of some pre-existing age-related issues, all of the trauma of being hit by the car pushed him over the edge.
He's gonna take him to the farm and bury him there. He said, I didn't know how I was gonna take care of him and how I was gonna do all that.
In his passing, Eddie really took away the burden of that decision from his dad.
I'm very much at peace with it. He was comfortable. He wasn't painful. I truly know what was coming down the road for him and knew that would be really difficult for an old doggy, and also for his dad to go through with him. Our whole plan was to get Eddie's vote when he was kind of out of shock, and I mean, I think this was his vote. This was sort of the natural progression, and I feel like this is kind of Eddie's last gift to his dad. I don't know, dogs take care of us in amazing ways, so I think Eddie made that choice easier. Sometimes you take care of your pets and sometimes they take care of you.
Hello, Mike and Melanie. How are you guys?
Good.
Good, hi.
I was expecting there to be some birds there with you. We're gonna do something that we normally don't get to do around here. We drew some blood on some lovebirds, Mac and Nanner. Mac and Nanner are siblings. They live in the same cage, and their owners wanted to see if they're the same sex or if they're opposite sex.
We're gonna have a little bird gender reveal party. I've never had a gender reveal for any of my babies. They were born when this wasn't a thing. We've colored chalk in the eggs, so once we pop the eggs open, the chalk should go up in the air, and it will be a fun gender reveal cloud of dust. That's how it's supposed to go. We didn't do any trial runs. Do you guys have thoughts on if Nanner's a boy or a girl, and if Mac's a boy or a girl?
I thought Nanner was the girl and Mac was the boy.
Well, let's see if you're right.
Okay, are you ready?
Drum roll.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I was wrong.
Nanner's a boy. Kindergarten Ben is loving this. Ready, guys?
Yep.
3,
Mac
2,
is
1.
Oh my gosh.
Mac's a girl.
Mackenzie!
Yeah. Yep.
Now that you guys know that we have a male and a female bird, what are you gonna do?
So since they're siblings, they'll have to be removed from each other.
They're gonna have to meet their significant other outside the family reunion. I feel like we're gonna start some rumors in town thinking we're gonna have baby girl. Thank you guys so much. That was fun.
Bye.
Thank you. Give me 5.
No.
Come here.
Hi. That's really funny. Your tail can move faster than a boat motor. Yeah, you got a prop back there. Yeah. No eating, Nat. Her heart rate and her tail were about the same. They're both at about 120 beats per minute and wags per minute. Who's got the happy tail?
Oh, there's our Bengal.
Here's Lily.
After 2 days at home, Lily's back for her dental. Let's get her out of here.
That's good morning in Bengalese.
She hasn't been eating or drinking or pooping, and I'm sure it's all because of this infected tooth. She's gonna have to be totally under anesthesia to get a really good look. I saw one bad tooth, there might be 4. She looks like she was 9.8 pounds today, so she's lost a little bit of weight, even since we've seen her. It's kind of one of those things we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. Because if we don't fix her, she's gonna starve to death. But trying to fix her could also kill her. So, here we go. This is kind of her last chance to kind of start feeling better. Good luck, guys. Val and Erin do all the small animal dentals around here. So I'm gonna pass this case off to the experts, truly in this case.
Let's get going.
Okay.
Time is of the essence here. So Val, we'll do a full set of mouth x-rays and then we'll have to remove anything that might have to go. This is very tedious work. It's very, very high stress work. We also have a very risky cat under anesthesia. I have to concentrate. That's a great x-ray. You can see this is a normal canine tooth, and then look at this tooth. It looks like something almost took a bite right out of it. This is like a hole in her canine tooth down here. That's actually the middle of the pulp of her tooth. I mean, that's just raw exposed root. Like if you cracked your tooth in half and had exposed root, it would make me sure not want to eat. The root is taking up half of the space in the jawbone. This is the tough tooth to get out. So a lot of patience, just being slow. Otherwise, what can happen is that you can inadvertently break the jaw. Just have to take a breath, not panic, and get going on this. It's breaking. It's like paper mache. It's breaking. Tip of a root just split off, so it was like paper. We'll re-x-ray and get it. Her tooth just broke in half, which means the crown, or the part above the gum, just broke off from the root, or the part down in the jaw. See how much bone I have right there? If I hit that, I've broken her jaw. This is not surprising. This happens with a lot of teeth, especially cat teeth that are breaking down. But this does present a huge problem, and that we have to get this root out, or that will abscess and cause continued pain. What we have to do is actually drill the root out. The problem is that we have less than 1 millimeter on each side of that root before we break through into the jawbone and potentially fracture the jaw. That's so close. There it comes. Got it. It's like a half a tooth. You can see where it's all broke off. Mm-hmm. We can x-ray, make sure we got everything, and let's sew that baby up. Okay. Yeah, you too. You think the big moments of your days and the things that are going to give you the most stress and worry are these big problems, big horses, big cows, big broken bones. It's actually sometimes the little things. Another great x-ray, Val. That looks so good. Tooth root structures all look great. Thankfully, we got through it. Still have a kitty under anesthesia, but the stressful part of phase 1 is at least over.
You guys wrapping up yet? I'm getting the thumbs up from Val, that's good. She's waking up already, I see her moving.
Uh-oh. Hi, pretty baby girl. Hi, pretty baby cat.
She's letting you touch her. I know, she's letting me touch her. I'm gonna take advantage of this while I can. Oh, you're a good girl. I'm still not gonna kiss your face, because I know better.
I am so relieved we got the problem figured out. Everything should be okay, and this is a great day.
Your little toenails. You get a little drooly when you're nervous. That's okay. We'll forgive it. Because you're such a good boy.
Come on, Lily. How do you feel after that big surgery, huh? Feeling better yet? I think your mom and dad are excited to see you. Hello, you guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Lily.
We're just gonna make sure that she goes home and has the best R&R that any good little Bengal kitty could get. Surgery went well, and this should really cure the problem.
Good, good.
I'm glad to send her home today. I want her to just rest and relax.
We're anxious to have her home.
I bet you are.
You get so used to them right there. When they're missing, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
I missed you, buddy. I was very worried. She's old. She's 14. It helps a lot if you have faith in your doctors.
We knew she was in good hands.
This doesn't just happen overnight, but now she needs to really start eating again. Now that we've removed that painful tooth, that should start happening. I need to send you guys home with some pain medication, and we're also going to have you guys try an appetite stimulant.
That'd be good.
So that hopefully she'll start eating a little bit better on her own and get her strength back.
Thank you very much, Doc.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you guys again.
See you.
Tell Erin thank you.
Of course I will.
Yeah, good boy.
Cash is a 4-month-old golden retriever who we've seen here since he was a puppy. What you doing, monster? All right, Val, what's going on with Cash?
Yeah, the owners dropped him off this morning. He was staying with their family members and he vomited up his sock.
Okay.
Missing the second sock.
Yeah, those usually come in twos.
There was some vomiting and then nothing today. He is wanting to eat. He ate this morning.
How's he been feeling?
Laying around.
Okay. You lethargic? You're usually a wild man. Why'd you eat socks? How's your tummy? This feels a little unusual. I feel like I'm squeezing like a hand towel. What is that? I'm not sure if we have something stuck in there, if it's just food, but there is a little section that seems a little more doughy than normal. Why don't we go back and we'll snap a couple x-rays, see what we see. I know he did get a breakfast, but that's been about 3 hours ago, so his stomach should be pretty empty from just breakfast time. Let's go see if you only ate one sock or if you ate a whole sock drawer. When something gets stuck inside an animal's GI tract, it can basically plug up the whole works. All right, Cash, let's see what you got. But if it works its way down into the intestine and gets into a place where it can't move forward or backward, that can be extremely life-threatening because that intestine can start to have loss of blood supply if it's stretched too tight. He has a tummy full of something and a whole bunch of gas-filled intestines. Shouldn't be like that. Cash's x-rays are concerning to me. I don't know if this is another sock or some compacted food, but I know this is abnormal. We may need to go open up Cash and do an abdominal exploratory and see if we can figure out what is going on inside this tummy. But hopefully this is just a gastritis. Hey, Casper. Here's Cashy. Gastritis is an inflammation of the stomach lining. Generally, this heals on its own or with some medical treatment. So I have one more thing I want to try before we have to jump to surgery. Have you ever heard of like a barium study? Basically, what we would do is we would give, with some canned food, a big dose of this liquid. It kind of looks like chalky milk, like a milkshake. As it moves through the GI tract, it shows up very, very bright on the x-ray. We can see if it can't get out of the stomach, we know we have an obstruction. Or if it can't make it through a part of the intestine, we know we have a problem. If everything all goes through, we can all kind of sleep well and know that he probably just had a very bad gastritis. Are you okay to try that?
Yeah, I'd be willing to try that.
Are you hungry, Cashy? Oh my goodness, do you smell food? We're feeding barium with a little bit of yummy dog food to Cash. We're gonna make you a special Cash cocktail. And then we do a series of timed x-rays to really watch that barium inside that GI tract. That looks so good. As he eats this slurry here, this is all radiopaque, so when we take an x-ray, it'll show up really bright white, and we'll be able to make sure all of this goes through his GI tract. That whole bowl's for you, buddy. Now, we just wait.
Hello?
Hi, Melinda. This is Dr. Ben from Cedar County Vet. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
We just wanted to check in on Dolly and see how she's doing after her surgery. Dolly is a young Australian Shepherd that came in with one of the worst pelvic fractures I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. This is beyond belief. We sent her off to an orthopedic surgeon in Kansas. It's been a few weeks now, so it's time for an update.
She is completely healed up and she's just doing wonderful.
Well, I'm so glad that Dolly's doing better. Everybody around here is curious. They want to see some pictures or even a video. Do you mind sending something today?
We can definitely do that.
I am really just beyond belief. Oh, wow. This is the best news of my day. Check this out.
Look at her.
Tail's wagging, she's moving around. Remember when she came in the first morning? She couldn't even move one of her legs.
Yeah.
She looks like a real dog again.
Yeah, she looks better than before.
She looks like she's totally healed up.
That's a little doggy miracle. Okay, I have to go do work.
All right, love you.
You actually have to help me do work. You can't just watch dog videos all day.
Oh, look at her.
I'm serious. Hey, did you get a cat toy? No, don't eat it. It's time to take another x-ray of Cash. In a perfect world, I'd see a beautiful empty stomach, intestines all where they're supposed to be, food moving through the intestines. Time for your picture. Fingers crossed. Let's see what we got, Val. Yay! Look at that stomach. It is back to being small. You have a big berry and poop waiting to come out. The x-ray said his tummy's empty, and it's back to normal size. We're gonna go tell Dad the good news. No surgery for you, Cashy. No more socks either. Daddy's here. We get to go show him how good you feel. Casper is back to pick up Cash, who appears only ate one sock. He and my washing machine have something in common. We got good news. I think he had a very bad gastritis from eating the sock and then vomiting the sock, and the lining of their stomach can get really inflamed. I think he just was really irritated and things were kind of all out of whack because of the sock situation. Because Cash was always sort of bouncy and happy, I'm really glad we were able to take a more conservative approach, do the barium study, and I feel great. So he's a pretty happy dog. I think he's just ready to go home.
Awesome. I'm ready to have him home.
Yeah, no more socks. Good luck with him.
Yeah.
You have a very active toddler.
Thank you.
Yep, good luck.
Come on, Cash. Thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
I see Mabel's flowers are coming apart.
She's got a little bit of spunk this morning.
We're at Schützenfest in Bow Valley, Nebraska.
Schützenfest. Schützenfest?
It only happens once every 5 years because we have such a big party, it takes 5 years to recover.
We got the county veterinarian owned by Ben and Erin and Schrader.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, guys.
Just to watch the joy on all the kids' faces when they're seeing you and Mabel.
It's a baby.
Oh, it's a baby.
This is good for you, little girl.
For her second time being on a halter, she just took to it like bees on a flower. Flies on poo? I don't know. She was a really good girl.
It's so cool being here at Schützenfest because we know everybody here.
You guys look great, by the way. Thanks.
From their cow herds to their dogs or cats that they bring in. It's truly a whole county that gets together for this. Schützenfest.
Schmutzenfest.
Schmutzenfest. Yeah.